Yo, what is up, guys? Your boy IzuKage here with part 2 of What If Naruto Was Thor. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's begin. So, when we left off, Tsunade got word that Naruto, the Leaf's Jinchuriki, is in the cloud. So she devised a plan with Danzo to get Naruto back. And you might be saying, well, Tsunade would never work with Danzo. Well, in canon she wouldn't, but Danzo actually manipulated Tsunade, sweet-talking her, basically. Hiruzen knows Danzo's tricks, that's why he would never fall for it, but she didn't tell him about Danzo's ways. So yeah, they plan on inviting the Cloud to the shooting exams to get their Jinchuriki back that way, so he's in the village. So to Naruto and his team, they arrive at the Raikage's office with the scrolls containing Haku and Zabuza, and they get paid for their missions and extra for Haku because it was only to assassinate Zabuza. And after a week of C-rank missions, Samui, their Jonin sensei, tells them about the tuning exams. But as she does, a Cloud Ambu appears, whispering something into her ear. So he basically tells her that the tuning exams are going to be happening in the Leaf, so she tells her team that as well. And Naruto has a grin on his face. Now we can finally show those damn villagers what they missed out on. So also so them along with 5 other Genin teams go to the tuning exams in the Leaf. Them also with the Raikage. So also as they enter the village, people begin whispering about them, because at one point the Leaf and Cloud were enemies, so they would have some tension between the people there. So they go to the Hokage's mansion, and the Raikage talks to Tsunade, just some political stuff, nothing important. But as Naruto was walking through the halls, he sees Hiruzen in a room meditating. He normally stays there just meditating about life, I guess. So he breaks off from the group and goes and touches Hiruzen because he's really silent, so he didn't want to disturb him. Hiruzen was startled and just threw a kunai, but luckily Naruto dodges. And he sees whose it is, and he holds his composure but hugs Naruto tightly, like damn near killing him. He says how he misses him, and he heard rumors that he was at the Cloud, yada yada yada. And Naruto just calms him down, saying he has to go, but it was good seeing him. And when he went to leave, Hiruzen called to him again, saying, "I'm sorry." Naruto felt happy and angry at the same time. He knew Hiruzen was the only person looking after him, but he never tried stopping the villagers when he has so much power to do it. Whenever they beat him, so it was bittersweet hearing that. So all the Cloud Shinobi, including the Raikage, get assigned some apartments, and they go, and at night Naruto was just chilling in his bed. He just couldn't fall asleep, and he looks up, and he's just looking up at the ceiling when he hears a knock at his window. It was Yugito. She couldn't sleep also. She was too used to Naruto constantly talking whenever they would go to sleep. It was kind of I guess you can call it a lullaby for her. It was just made her sleep. And Naruto didn't want to admit it, but it was just boring not having someone to talk to. So they head to the rooftop where they just watch the stars for a bit. And after a couple minutes, Naruto sensed someone or something, and there were multiple of them. He told Yugito to go inside, and she was worried, but Naruto looked serious, and he's serious, but not like this. He was very just pushing her to go inside. So she did, and then 10 root Ambu came rushing towards Naruto. He extended his arm, calling for Mjolnir, and grabs it. He starts blocking the Ambu's attacks. Then one that was out of sight had been waiting in shadows, rushing towards Naruto with a sword aimed at his heart. Naruto, having no time to dodge, puts up a sort of lightning cloak, stopping the attack. And since the sword was made of metal, it conducted the electricity, shocking the Ambu member. Then Naruto did a sort of shockwave attack, dispersing high voltages from his body, shocking all the Anbu members, causing them to drop on the ground unconscious. Naruto tries rounding up the unconscious ninja himself, but their bodies poof into smoke. Basically, they got reverse summoned by Danzo, so Naruto couldn't show Tsunade. Basically couldn't show Tsunade, or she would lose trust in him. So Naruto couldn't do anything about it, so he just goes back inside to Yugito, where they just sleep for the rest of the night. Fast forward to the next day at the Chunin exams, and Naruto and his team just entered and exposed the Genjutsu, all that good stuff. And while doing this, Naruto is recognized by everyone in his class, and they all thought he was dead or went missing, or just no one really cared, to be honest, except for a few people. But yeah, so since he was like canon and annoyed a lot of people, and Sakura, who actually kept annoying her mom about Naruto because he was annoying, and he would always tell him that in class, making him feel bad. So she felt bad because she was the one that, like, Sakura's mom drove Hiruzen to thinking about banishing Naruto. So she felt bad because she was basically the cause of that. And the day Naruto left, her mom did tell her, "Don't worry, I'll take care of that demon." So yeah. So when they were waiting, some of Naruto's old friends tried talking to him, like Shikamaru, but it was just a quick exchange. Naruto just said hi, that's it. And Sakura tries talking to Naruto. So she walks up to him, and he 100% sees her coming and starts walking towards her. Actually, she gets a bit excited and goes to wave, and Naruto just walks right past her, and that did sting a little. She's just there waving to a wall. So anyways, the written exams go down pretty easy. Naruto uses the electric currents running through people's bodies to imitate their movements and gets the right answers. His team moves on to the Forest of Death. There he doesn't have any problems with Anko because he's paying attention and they get their scrolls. At the gates, when given the signal, they rush in, and Naruto, using his sensing abilities, beelines it to a team, no one important, and Yugito easily takes them down with her Two Tails chakra. So this team actually didn't have the scroll they were looking for, so they had to go to another team. No problem. They get their scrolls, and Naruto just flies his team towards the center of the Forest of Death, completing it in under an hour. And since no one is there to protect them, Sasuke does get the curse mark. And so Sakura, they all do that thing where Team Neji comes in and saves them. So that happens, and when everyone reaches the mansion in the middle of the Forest of Death, they do the preliminary exams. Everything goes down to canon except, Naruto obviously defeats Kiba with no struggle. I'd say he just uses his hammer and just smashes Kiba's stomach. Wait, no, that's pause. He uses hammer and hits Kiba in the stomach. And there would be some extra fights because of the Cloud Shinobi, but everything goes basically the same. So the matches get assigned for the third part of the Chunin exams. Then they have their 1 month training. During this 1 month, Naruto has a lot of assassination attempts against him. But every time he defeats them, he can never bring their bodies. So Naruto has been trying to figure out a way to preserve their bodies and show Tsunade. Also, Naruto did meet Jiraiya. Jiraiya was informed about how Naruto is a cloud ninja, and he was a bit sad because he was supposed to take care of Naruto for Minato, and he failed. So he feels bad, and Naruto does He doesn't train with him a lot, but he does. Yeah, he doesn't really train with him. Like Naruto just declined the training. And I'll say Jiraiya asks for a fight since Naruto says, "Yeah, I don't need your training. You're kind of weak." Jiraiya asks for a fight and just gets folded like no explanation needed. Man just gets folded. Because Naruto is faster than him for one. When he charges lightning through his body, he's faster than him. And the hammer does a lot of damage just by itself. And when infused with a lot of lightning chakra, it can kill someone from a single hit. So most of this time, Naruto had been showing Yugito around the village, showing her Ichiraku ramen, having some ramen. The ramen guy said it was good to see Naruto, and they just had a little chat, and yeah. Also, when I was saying that Tsunade gets tricked by Danzo to want to bring Naruto into the village, it's more Danzo wanted to take the Nine Tails out of Naruto, while Tsunade just wanted him back in the village. So one time Naruto was walking pretty close to the Hokage mansion, and he gets another assassination attempt. Like another assassination attempted against him, and he takes them out as usual and encases their body in lightning chakra, and it works. So Naruto, like somehow it works. Naruto shows Tsunade, and she doesn't say anything like to Danzo, but she just keeps up the persona that she's actually still under his control, basically. So the 1 month training period goes by, and it's the final stages of the Chunin exams. Naruto versus Neji, it goes one-sided entire match. Naruto beats down on Neji, basically humiliating him just as a statement to show like what the village, could have had on their side. And a lot of people in the stands didn't recognize Naruto at first. He's buffer, taller, stuff like that. And when they called his name, they were like, Naruto Uzumaki, that brat. And then they see him fight, and he's like, what? I thought he was like weak. Like, how does he have such mastery of the lightning technique? So Naruto easily takes care of Shikamaru. Shikamaru, he gets his talk no jutsu from the beatdown, I would say. So because he's saying how he's destined to win and Naruto would be destined to lose, and since it went the complete opposite way, he starts rethinking his whole way of viewing life as just destiny and fate. So the rest of the matches go to plan, and it's Sasuke versus Gaara. Gaara goes mad. He's like, "Oh, mother needs your blood," or whatever, and he goes on a rampage because Sasuke just shoved the Chidori through his shoulder, and he goes half Shikaku state, trying to attack Sasuke, and it becomes even more unstable. So Tamari and Kankuro have to take him to the forest before he fully transforms. Sasuke, as usual, follows him, and the Konoha Crush begins. And, Sasuke follows Gaara, and Naruto, seeing this, decides to follow them as well, because he knows Sasuke ain't gonna do anything against the One Tails. And so him and Yugito go. Yugito and Naruto versus Gaara in his full Shikaku state. They easily take him down. Yugito actually releases Matatabi, and I don't know, Naruto just hangs out. And when Yugito has Gaara restrained, he goes and punches him or something to wake him up. So since the Raikage is there, it's actually the Raikage and Tsunade versus Orochimaru, and I would say they take him down pretty easily before he can even summon the first and second Hokage. And yeah, that's how that goes. They take him down pretty easily, but he manages to escape. Orochimaru gets badly injured and he has to escape. So with every other Leaf and Cloud Jonin taking down the sand, they explain that they were manipulated by Orochimaru, and so the Leaf and the Sand are still on good terms. And the Cloud actually forms an alliance with the Leaf through, all of this. And so with their participation in the Konoha Crush, I'd say all the Leaf Genin and, all the Leaf Genin who get promoted in canon and all the Lightning Genin get promoted to Chunin. And yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this one off. Thank you guys for sticking to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next What If.